The year was 2016. I am just starting 8th grade. I remember the time when I was there. I just remember sitting in class and I've seen this one person that stuck out to me particularly. And I didn't really know why, but for some reason that person caught my interest. And as days went by, I realized I started to have feelings for this person. I started to crush on them, but I never knew exactly how to communicate because of my isolation. For this story's sake, I'm gonna call this person Jill. And Jill is someone who I just been wanting to be with. And I would even just visualize what it would be like to be in a romantic relationship. And just felt so hell-bent on this person, just thinking how things could be, especially being in middle school. And this would go on to even high school, not knowing exactly what to say to this person and just feeling so emotionally attached, even though we never even went on a date or even spoke. Until one day, one of my classes, some guy named, I'm gonna call him Zach, I asked him if he could send that person a message because I was too shy during the time to even talk to this person. And he sent the message to that person who I was crushing on. And next day, we crossed paths. And what did I do? We saw each other, even though she probably seen the message. I just kept walking and ignored it because I felt so damn shy, so damn powerless in that situation. And thinking that I was too afraid to even say anything, even though I still wanted to be with this person. And that emotional attachment was there for so long, even though I didn't really see this person for since graduation. Eventually that feeling subsided, that emotion subsided as I got older, maybe around 11th grade. But the only thing was I had a hard time letting go. I had a hard time just letting this person go because of that emotional attachment, that past memories, the belief and thought what happened, especially being in high school or middle school, and that mindset of a young person when they start visualizing what would my family be like with this person, what would it be like to be with that person. And I think that especially happens with a lot of guys to think that way. But why I bring this story up is because, for one thing, I believe that when it comes to people or just life in general, we tend to have a lot of emotional attachment to things and having a hard time of letting go of things. If you think of it like a wire or a string, whatever you want to think of it, we are, in a sense, emotionally and energetically attached to that other person as if we are, entangled or one. And we have a hard time of letting it go. And the more we think about that person or that thing or whatever it is, it's like that grip is tighter and tighter, and we feel afraid or just don't feel like we want to let go. That maybe something might even happen, which can be conditioning or trauma or whatever you want to call it. And if you let go, something bad could happen. It's that belief. And a lot of people can develop fear of letting go and fear of not wanting to emotionally detach because that triggers a certain mindset within them, or experience, or identity, whatever you want to call it. And for this energetic cord, if you want to call it that, why say it's hard for us to let go when we are emotionally attached and we are holding on to it? So we have to literally recondition ourselves, or if you want to say by letting go, you have to learn to let go of that wire by slowly just letting its grip. So you're not feeling so emotionally attached or feeling like if you let this go, something might happen or the same thing could happen, and keeping that string intact. Because if you keep holding on to that person, to a situation, that grip is going to only be harder and harder, and there's going to be more resistance until you are able to let go from a painful experience, or maybe because you feel like maybe if you let go, something bad could come from it based on the past experience or the conditioning that you grew up from. And that's something I literally wish I knew when I was younger, is just this ability to let go and not hold on to something, because I was always so attached to people, literally romantically. I was always in situationships and I never was willing to let go because of that fear of maybe what would happen next, because of my conditioning, because of what I believe might happen if I let go. Then I have to experience this pain of something happening again, of not being validated or accepted. In some ways, I learned to let go to make things easier in life without feeling so emotionally attached to things. Instead of gripping onto it, make me feel like that person might be part of my identity, or that thing is something that's keeping me trapped. As I learned to want to do guided meditations and just learn to just not be so attached. By doing these meditations, just imagine you're cutting a cord, or cutting the cord where you're snipping it and you're not with that person. And it's not like a one and done thing. You have to be consistent on this to let go. You're always going to find yourself maybe not wanting to let go of something or having a harder time to letting go. But you have to realize you just have to drop the baggage that you're holding on to if you want to move forward in life. And if you don't, you might run into the same pattern, the same situation, the same circumstance until you are willing to let go of that problem and break the pattern that maybe you're facing currently. Break the habit or cycle, or just being attached to something. You have to emotionally detach if you want to move forward in your life, if you want to break free.